Hey beauties! Let's talk about happiness today. So lately, I have been very focused on my mental and just making sure that I don't get discouraged by things that are happening beyond my control. And I noticed that in focusing on this, that there is a trend in what things I'm deciding to do, what things I'm deciding to say, and why I am choosing to do and say those things. And I wanted to just take a moment and just share my thoughts with you all. So I relocated here. My job had moved me here to Phoenix from Atlanta just for a new role around the same time that COVID had started. It was already difficult being in a new place and being away from my family. And things got even more difficult at work. There were a few layoffs and I had gotten demoted. And this is all happening after I just moved across the country. So all of this was happening also during the same time that COVID was happening. So we're facing the challenges of the new normal, which is really hard for me because I'm a super extroverted person and I just really enjoy meeting people face to face. So it's been a little bit hard for me to adjust. I know that we all went through this and potentially are still going through it. And what it's been working for me is just thinking about the good things that are happening and being grateful for those things. So for example, we had just bought our first house around the same time that this was happening. And I put so much of my energy into that because I'm truly grateful to have that and to even be able to purchase my first house. There's always a silver lining in every situation, you guys. So taking a positive perspective in these situations has really pushed me to only say and do things that keep me in a good mental space. And this has led me to ultimately wanting to know more about myself and just loving myself more than I ever have before. And what I've learned is that I like to do things that make me feel good about myself so that way I can just be the best version of myself and give my best at all times. So why not embrace those things, right? And that's what I want to talk about. There are so many things that can just make us feel better. We all have our go-to things. Like there's literally such a broad range of things. Like it could even be like what you eat or what you drink, or even like just hitting the gym. Like for me, I know that whenever I feel upset, I automatically feel better after praying, listening to music, or just thinking about what I'm grateful for. It just puts me back in a good space. And I know that we all have that something. So try to identify what those things are for you so that way you know how to instantly make yourself happy and make yourself feel better. So I challenge you to really think about it, write it down. I had to do this for myself. And just think about what you do whenever you're upset. It can be whenever you're sad. It can be whenever you're confused, or whatever emotion that you could be feeling at the time other than just being happy. So it could be the same things, but you know yourself ultimately. So I really want you to kind of think about it and try to embrace those things about yourself just to be able to make yourself happy. So I found that my happiness is often measured at how much of an impact I'm making on other people's lives. I know that might sound like pretty cliche, but honestly, like doing something nice for people just puts me in a happy mental space. And I also really enjoy being creative, getting dressed up, and just taking photos. Like it makes me happy, and ultimately I feel confident and I feel beautiful when I do those things, and I feel really good about myself. So it also does help, I'm not gonna lie, with being with someone who shares the same creative passion as me. I'm so grateful that I have someone in my life like that. But we're always up creating together, and it just ultimately makes everything so much more fun. So I know that this is like so much easier said than done because there are blockers that can hold us back from embracing these things. But I personally know that for me, I tend to be my own blocker just because I get in my head a lot. I'm an overthinker. Like I'm constantly thinking like, what if this, what if that? But what has helped me to get past those situations is just trying to control my thoughts and thinking about the feeling that I want to have of being happy. Because ultimately that's the goal, for us all to be happy. And I just want to say, try not to worry about anything that can block you from that. It's so important. So again, encouraging you all to think about what things make you feel happy in whatever situation and share them with me. I'd love to hear more, whether it be something that makes you feel beautiful, or it could be something that makes you feel complete, or just something that just picks you back up when you're down. Let me know. I want to hear it. Comment below. And don't forget to also like and subscribe, guys. I'd love to have you just on this journey with me. And don't forget that your happiness matters so much. So please know that you own it and you can control it. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a great day, beauties. Bye.